I've never met him, so he's not.
It's Monday, May 18th, Evelyn.
Boy, what?
We're doing our first garden tour. Here are plants that are left over that we don't have room for.
Yeah.
These here. See if we can give those to some friends of ours, okay?
Okay.
Tried to give them to Matt and Casey, but I think I'm going to try to give them to Brandy and...
Squash gonna grow.
I don't know. We'll have to look. Let's get around to your squash here in a minute, though. Our lime trees and our mandarin orange tree are doing pretty good.
Yeah.
They're pretty happy. Then over here we've got rosemary and thyme. That's lemon thyme that you're looking at, Evelyn.
Yeah. On the computer.
I can't remember what I planted in there yesterday. Might have been cilantro. Our spinach is looking great. I think we're going to have some spinach salad for dinner tonight. What do you think?
No.
Oh, yeah. The onions are looking good.
Well, I do like onion rings.
Yeah.
Please do something.
And I'm not sure if that's the celery that you planted, Evelyn, or if that's a weed. I don't really know. But we'll let it grow and see what happens.
I see a bird.
Oh no, I think these are your celery, Evelyn. So that must be a weed. I'm gonna let it go a little bit and I'll pull it later. It's no big deal. Our strawberries came back.
I see a bird.
You see a bird? Oh yeah, you sure do. There he goes.
Yeah, I was on the tree.
We've got more onions. Those strawberries didn't come back at all. But whatever I planted there is doing well. What is that? I don't know. See, you should always mark your plants. Oh well. We'll see as it grows. Blueberries are coming in okay. Yep.
I turned into a bird. Are you on the video?
Yeah, honey, I'm recording your video.
Oh.
Can you point at one of the blueberry flowers? Yeah, we hope those get pollinated. So then we get to have some fruit, right?
Yep.
Just more blueberries all along here. They're very small, but they'll grow. Some of the varieties are tall already, and some of them are really, really short. We'll just have to see. Oh, that one's getting a bud on it. We're going to have some fruit on that one, I'm sure. We've got bell peppers. Now, Alana, over here is where your squash is. Right here in the middle is where your squash is. And on the outside is where Nolan and I planted cucumbers. Nothing has come up yet. They're germinating right now. So that takes a little bit of time. More bell pepper. That little thing sticking out of the ground right there is basil.
Yay.
And that's right next to a tomato that has bird poop on it. Apparently they've been roosting up here and pooping on my plants. Well, that's fine. It's just fertilizer. No big deal. Jalapenos. More basil. I think I broke all the roots off on that one, so it's going to die. But I planted seeds in here, and those should germinate pretty soon. So then we'll have some more basil. And a tomato. Here's our sugar snap peas. I really need to get out here and run some twine to each of the spots where I want them to grow so they get spread out. Otherwise they're going to be a tangled mess. I'll probably break them. More basil and tomato. There's a jalapeno.
Again?
I hope. I forget what all I planted. Basil, another tomato. You kids come out here and pull my tags up, or somebody has been doing that. And so I don't know what I have. That's a jalapeno. Don't pull it up, honey. I was just talking about that. Basil, another tomato. This one says sweet pepper, so I'm sure that means those are bell peppers. And I want them to grow on this little trellis here. I don't have anything planted here yet, but I'm going to do okra, I think. These are San Marzano tomatoes that I planted a couple of days ago.
Those look like
There's nothing in there yet.
clover.
That looks like a 4-leaf clover?
Yeah.
Well, it's a zucchini transplant. And it's getting yellow leaves. I think I might need to come cut a couple of leaves off of that.
May we please garden now?
And over here is where the pole beans are in the back, all along there. And then in this front trench, you can see the lettuce is starting to grow.
Yeah.
So it finally germinated and it's broken through. And once the leaves get a little higher, I'll scoot the wood chips back in on
Is that
them.
a really, really baby tree?
No, it's not a tree. That is a raspberry plant, and it has finally broken dormancy. And you can see that the green sprouts over here have finally come through the ground, and they've put out their first leaves. Those are our first leaves on our raspberries. I thought I'd killed them by burying them too deeply, but I didn't. And there's some more over here. There's a little, I don't know if I can get it to adjust. Yeah, that's it. The little green leaves. It's starting to come up. So next year we should have some raspberries to eat. There's another raspberry. There's some blackberries. I'm certain that these are dead. We'll see. But, oh well. This variety made it. We had 2 3-packs, and so I kind of did one and then the other, so they'd ideally they'd cross-pollinate each other.
You can if you just follow down.
I don't know if that's going to work. And so that one's going to live, and I'm afraid this one is dead, and it really looks dead. So I'll have to contact Stark Brothers and get replacements. But this variety survived. I was going to do watermelon here, but Rachel had a different idea. And so, this is my apple tree. My Jonathan here has some blossoms. Let's hope that comes in well. We'll see. This bed is going to be asparagus next year, but for now, it's just getting prepped. I'm going to throw a bunch of compost in there and top it with wood chips, which are going to be delivered tomorrow, supposedly. We'll see. Here's my Granny Smith apple tree. It was covered in blossoms, and they all seem to have shriveled up. I don't think any of them are pollinated. It's a shame. We'll see what happens.
Are they allowed to see your face?
Yeah, and I've put you in the video, and I will some more. I just want to make sure we get all the plants first, okay? Now here's a watermelon transplant that Rachel bought. Where am I looking here? I don't see the... Oh yeah, there it is. Okay. Can't see in the sun. Okay, there's our watermelon transplants that Rachel bought. I had already bought watermelon seeds, but she wanted to try transplants. And I'd read on one of the forums and seen on the YouTube videos that direct sowing outpaces transplants. So we're going to do a little experiment and find out. That's pumpkin in that little patch there where the wood chips are pulled back a bit. And then this is my watermelon seeds that I direct sowed. So we'll see what happens there. Anyway, tomorrow my wood chips will be delivered. I'm going to cover all of this up. So this is the last week where it should look heinous and ugly. And then we come over here. I see my the thyme and rosemary that we kept in the house all winter long, and they really came to in the spring. They're very happy out here. Then I did herbs in these. There's mint. You never want to put mint right in the ground or it'll take over your whole garden. So we put it in a big container because we want lots of that for iced tea. Makes it really good. Our corn is back there. These are carrots, and boy, they have delicate foliage. It sure is pretty. They should grow a lot.
Are we allowed to eat those?
Not yet, but we will. We sure will. And then these are just more herbs. I can't remember what they are. I just planted them yesterday, but that's what happens when you start getting old. You forget everything.
There's a ladybug in the ground.
Good. Ladybugs eat aphids, and aphids are a real problem in our garden. So we want to make sure that we keep lots of ladybugs around, okay?
Well, we've got ladybugs around.
And those are spring onions that I sowed, and they're doing okay. I transplanted, sorry. And there's the composter. Here's our mason bee house. We don't seem to have any activity yet. I don't know. I might have to move it next year if I don't get any bees. But I really want those to be around to start pollinating everything. You guys watching the ladybug?
Yeah, it has black dots.
Show me where it is, guys.
It went really down, but it's right in there.
It's in there?
Do you see it?
I don't.